hope you all can see me. When I was working on this thing last time and I had to replace that circuit breaker on the generator, the Onan generator, the little switch down here for the circuit breaker. And I remember telling you I couldn't find any online, and all the Cummins dealers I called didn't have the right circuit breaker for it. It's a special circuit breaker. It's designed a specific way. You can wire around it if you want to, but I didn't want to do that. But I found a 25.5 amp circuit breaker. It calls for a 30 amp circuit breaker, and this one said it had a trip mode of 30.1 amps. So I kept thinking it might work. I don't know, but we'll try it. So I bought it, and it's been in here ever since, and I haven't had any problem with it. But I said I know I bought a new one, I just don't remember where I put it. And that's the problem with some of these small RVs. You cram so much stuff everywhere, you try to pack it neatly, but then you forget where you put it. Well, I was cleaning out the side box over there looking for some tape. There was a nail apron in there, or something like a nail apron. Why it's in there, I don't know. But it had something in it, and I thought, well, I don't know what the heck's in there. And then there was a box in there, and I thought, what the heck is that? And lo and behold, look what I found. And if you look right on it, it says 30 amp. So, I knew I had it. And if you're not gonna believe me, but for a little circuit breaker like this, to buy the original Cummins part, if I remember right, this was $80 for this little part. Listen, if it's an RV part, it's a ripoff. But it is what it is. I like keeping original parts. Like I said, someday I'm gonna sell this thing. The generator says you're only supposed to change the oil every 100 hours. That's what Cummins recommends. On an average, I probably change my oil here every 50 to 65 hours. The spark plugs, the last time I had a problem with a spark plug, which I've never had a problem with spark plugs, so I didn't know, but my mechanic told me that works on this thing. He said if you really depend on that generator, like I do, he says if I was you, every time you change the oil, no more than it costs, I just put in a new spark plug. So I've got an extra one in there already. And yes, that's what I will do. Next time I change oil, I'll put a new plug in it. So let's get to work on this thing and see about tearing this thing apart. Let me show you what we're going to be doing. I got this little light to try to help you, because I'm not going to be able to get the camera in there. If you can see behind that white wire with the red tip on it, down there toward the floor, that's the fuel pump. The shiny thing back there is the fuel filter that I just put on. So in order to get to that, I've got to go underneath, I got to shut the fuel off, I got to go in there and disconnect the battery so we got no spark over here. All this has got to come out of the way. This I think I can unplug and tuck it back out of the way. This has got to come off. I don't know how much extra wire we got. It looks like a T30 bolt right there. So we'll probably take some of them wires off. But anyway, this solenoid here needs to come out of the way. Then the circuit board here needs to come out. That'll be these two screws here, there and there. That'll be the T30s, and then this will come out, hopefully easy. And then I can have access to that fuel pump back there, which there's at least one screw on there, a ground wire, and a hot wire, and I need to get that off. And while I'm back there, I'm going to try to take a rag or whatever, probably clean up whatever debris is laying around back there. I've got the new fuel pump. It's right here. I think I showed it before. It's not a Cummins brand. I would love to have gotten the Cummins brand, but once again, down here in Florida, I called Cummins, and they are on back order on them. Said they won't have any and couldn't tell me when they were going to get them. So I went ahead and got that, and I feel bad about it, but anyway. Difference is, and just what I mean, you get what you pay for. I don't trust it because on Amazon, that only costs like 30 bucks, give or take. A Cummins original fuel pump is 160. Now you can say what you want, but I'm thinking you get what you pay for here. But anyway, it doesn't make any difference, I don't have it. I've checked a lot of other YouTube channels on RVs, and they've used that pump right there that I'm talking about, and they haven't said anything bad about it. But then again, I don't know if they're being sponsored. I don't trust people that are being sponsored. I'm gonna put that in and see if that fixes my generator problem. If that don't do it, there's another thought that a guy has given me information to think about. He said that fuel pump there, because it's in a small area here, this whole area gets very hot. He said that fuel pump back there could be getting hot and it could be causing a vapor lock. I'm not sure I'm going to go along with that, because I've been using this camper for 3 years and I've used this generator over 500 hours, and I've never had that problem. So why would it all of a sudden start now? So I don't think I go along with that. The fuel filter didn't do it. I thought it did, but it didn't. You saw that last video, I think. So we're going to put that fuel pump in there today and see what we can do. I got to get this done. Just to take you through here one at a time. I've taken the bolts off here and here. I put that nut back on so I don't lose it, but these wires, I tucked them back out of the way. This other plug is up here in front. I just moved it up here. It plugs in here, right there. And now I'm going to see about taking maybe those wires off. Then I got to take that T30 out down there. And then I think there's enough wire here to pull this out this way. Okay, I took this off. The wire's long enough. I just let it hang down here. You can tuck it in over here if you want to. And I took those two wires off the top, which plugs in right up there. So now, and as you can see, there's a lip right here. Can you see that lip? That lip is for that hole. It slides over that, and then one screw on the front. Now I got to take the board out. That'll be these two screws right here. Okay, I got the board out, and as you can see the grease all over it. And on the back, that doesn't surprise me. I was kind of expecting that down here. And right there is the fuel pump. I don't see anything else really in the way, but I'm going to, there's a fuel line right there that's got to come off. And then underneath, I got to shut that off and get that out. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, got the fuel pump out. I'm looking at this pump, and I don't think this is an original Cummins pump either. Yeah, it is. Cummins number A029F889. It is a Cummins pump. So anyway, I've got the electrical wire here to unplug, and I believe on the new pump it's got the same wire. The difference is there's a black ground wire here with a small hole in it, and I've heard other people complain about it. I need to go get on, where is it? I need to get on that bolt right there. They say the hole in this one here ain't big enough, so what I might do, thinking real serious about just cutting this wire, crimping the two wires together, and not even messing with that back there. Well, I went ahead and took that nut off, cleaned it off. That's the ground for everything. And I put mine on there thinking I'd have to change the end, but I didn't have to on this fuel pump. The eyelet fit right over that bolt, and I've watched a lot of YouTube channels where almost everybody said they had to ground it somewhere else or change that eyelet because it wouldn't go over the bolt. Well, mine did. So either they heard enough of you guys complain about it and they changed it, or there's different companies doing this, and I picked a company, I guess, by accident that had the right one on there. I don't know. But if I think about it when I do this video, I'll put the link to this fuel pump that I got on Amazon down there in case one of you guys want to buy it. I recommend getting Cummins Directs, but that's just me. Well, let me try to clean this out a little bit. I changed the fuel filter and put it on here. It's just a matter of putting it all back together, but I want to kind of clean that area out a little bit. Okay, we're all back together. I cleaned everything off the best I could in there. The new fuel pump is right back there. Only thing that went bad was there. I broke the clamp for that fuel line, but it's on there pretty tight, and I'm hoping I can at least test this out without having any leaks. I have to get another clamp because I didn't have any small clamps to go on there. All right, I'm gonna go hook the battery back up and we'll see what happens here. All right, everything's in there, pumps in, wires are up, hooked up right, I think. Well, I heard the pump primer come on. Hopefully it's smoothing out. Well, I'm gonna let it run for a while. I hooked the air conditioner and everything up to it. I'm going to go and see what time it is so I can monitor how long. Before, it depended on a lot of things, I suppose, but half an hour is when it would start to act funny. So I don't know what to do. Half hour, 45 minutes. Yeah, air conditioner's running. And don't pay no attention to that yellow light. That's for the gas. I got it shut off. Okay, I started about 5 minutes ago, but there's 5:30. Let's give it till at least 6:30 and see what happens. Oh man, I know it's a mess, ain't it? My speedy charger says that those are fully charged. I moved the clamps around to where it's better, but that says it's like 14.2. That down there says it's like 13.4. Maybe I should buy one of them $100 ones that everybody else has got that I said I don't see the point in it. Well, maybe accuracy is the point. Maybe I need to get one. We'll see first. That's the next project. Actually, my next project is this. This is the grab rail that goes here. And as you see, well, you don't see. Here they are. These holes here is where the screws went in for that bracket. They were, I don't know if they're waddled out. There should be metal or something behind that. But anyway, both of them. So I plugged those holes and those holes there with epoxy. And it's dry now, I think. So I'm going to drill them out and I'm going to put this grab rail back in. Well, you see what time it is? Yeah, this GoPro won't focus on that, but it's 6:33. I actually started it up about 5:25 or something like that. So it's been running for an hour and 10 minutes with the everything on. You can hear the TV in the background. And I got the air conditioner running on high, and it hasn't sputtered or spit once. So I guess once again, like before, I'm going to call it a fix. But I called it a fix, didn't I? Once before. But I'll be over here again to do some more work. I got some other updates I want to do. And every time I come over here, I always fire the generator up and let it run for an hour. Make sure everything's okay. But as of right now, I got the backup to the backup. And I'm going to take it with me whenever I go. Oh gosh, it's such a mess in here. Don't yell at me, people. I got some things I've been doing, and with that comes a mess. That can of minimal spirits right there, I've been using it a little bit at a time, and I've taken almost all of that red paint where I sideswiped that little red pipe that you guys saw if you watch my videos. Taking almost every bit of it off, slowly but surely.